in Matthew 22, I got really caught up with the wedding banquet. And I'm looking at the wedding banquet going, this is a wedding. It's awesome. It's exciting. It's so cool. And then he sends out his guest list and he says, all right, you're invited, friends, family, all the invited guests, and they reject it. And then it goes on and he sends them out again. And they not only reject it, but then they start abusing those that are invited. And then they start killing those that are inviting them to a party. And you're like, what is happening here? Like when I go to a wedding, I'm going to get my dance on. It's like the time. What are they rejecting? And then we put it on ourselves and go, okay, yeah, we're out here. We're telling people about the greatest gift there is, Jesus Christ. And it's awesome. And not only are people rejecting it, but people are dying all around the world. People are being martyred for it. And it doesn't make any sense. But it continues, that story continues in Matthew 22. And it says this, it goes, all right, invite everybody. Just go out there, whoever is on the street, whatever, bring them in. There's a party and they're invited. And we're like, yes, the church is a hospital for anyone. Come in, you're loved. Just how you are. He says, come in and be a part of it. And we're like, yeah, that's the kind of God I want to serve. Except there's another verse. And this is where it gets a little challenging, and we like to gloss over this verse. It's verse 11, and it says this in Matthew 22. This is how far I am. Okay. But when the king came in to see the guests, everybody's here. We're all excited. He noticed the man there was not wearing wedding clothes, and he asked, how did you get in here without wedding clothes, friend? The man was speechless. And then the king told the attendants, tie him hand and foot, throw him outside into the darkness where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are invited, but few are chosen. What in the world is going on? I mean, we're talking about wedding clothes, but it's obviously an analogy. And what he's really getting at is, yes, come on in. And yes, you're accepted just the way you are. And when you accept this gift, it's going to change your life. But if it doesn't change your life, maybe you're not quite reading it right. Maybe you're not quite understanding, because there is steps. There is movement forward. It's like a couple weeks ago, we talked about forgiveness. It was the parable of the talents, another very scary parable. Because when that forgiveness was given, he went back to someone else and didn't forgive him. And what happens next? He's brought back to the original king. And what does the king do? Rejects him. And he's tortured. And it's awful. And you're like, wait, so if I don't actually apply the forgiveness, then maybe I don't understand the forgiveness in the first place. You have to start saying, when does the sacrifice start happening in my life? There's a lot of shooting star Christians, very excited about God, and I am too, and I love it, and we'll talk about God all you want. But there's a point where if you haven't put it deep inside of you and it hasn't caused change, you're going to flame out.